Welcome to Java tutorial number one. In this channel, there will be a whole series of Java tutorial in which we will cover all the major aspects of Java. So let's begin. Today we will talk about the basic structure of a Java program, like some main elements of a Java program. So first of all, we got a class. So Java is purely an OOP language. It means everything in Java is dealt in classes and objects. Even a simple program is written in a class, so you can't work without classes. So classes and objects, it is a concept of object-oriented programming language. That's not our main goal for now. So we will see it in more detail later. For now, you need to know that your whole Java program is going to be in a class, right? Uh, because that's our goal for now. We will be only working in a single class since we are dealing with functional programming. Functional programming is the type of programming that deals with functions, pieces of codes rather than classes. So you can think of class as a blueprint that uh, performs a specific task. Like suppose we had a class named car, so that class might tell you the car color, or it might tell you its license number, attributes. Like I'm sure you get the idea. So class is declared by using this keyword, as it is written right over here, by using a public class keyword. So that's what we will use to declare a class. So, for example, an example is being given here. The whole body of the class is enclosed in braces. That's also one of the most important thing about programming. We will deal with this further on. Okay. So moving on, we have main method. So as you know, when a program begins, um, it has to have a start point and an end point, because it can't go randomly. Nothing happens randomly in programming. And as you know, a program is a sequence of instructions, sequence of lines given to the computer for performing a specific task. So this is a main method is where the execution of program begins. Like that's where your as soon as you run your program, control will move towards the main function first and foremost. It won't look at anything else. It will move toward main function and it will start executing its statement one by one. So that's what will happen as soon as you run the program. So functions are known as methods in Java. We will learn about methods further on. For now, you need to know that every program must have a main method. That's where the execution begins. So that's done, I guess. So moving forward, we have commands. Commands are part of program that are next not executed. Like these are like you can think of them as traffic signals. Uh, like they give you a signal, they guide you, they instruct you, right? These are the statements that will not be executed. They are not part of the program officially, right? They are only for the user or the client. So they help you determine like what a code does or what a method does. They have a vast number of uses. I'm sure you will also find one. So single line commands begin with this symbol, double backslash, and multi-line commands are enclosed in these. So we will see more about these today. Moving on, we have displaying text. So Java allows multiple print functions which are used to print or display text to the screen. So as you know, displaying is referred as printing in programming. So anything written in double quotations is known as a string, and it is like a collection of text. And strings are printed as it is on the screen. So that's dealt with. Now we'll move to the program part, like how we design program. So first of all, uh, You can use any IDE, but I would prefer Eclipse. If you have it installed, you can download and install it for free. And you have to go to Java project. Then you can give it any name at all. I'm gonna call it my project, and I'm gonna select this option, but it's not compulsory, just a personal preference. So ignore this message, and you will have this by default. I had it turned off, so you see what you created is popping up right here. What you want to do is right click it, new, and then class. Now we are going to create a class. So as you can see, it's a public class. You don't need to bother with other stuff for now. So just give it a name. The convention is to uh, begin it with a capital letter, but it's not compulsory. Once you are done naming it, finish, and also don't bother with this package. We will learn about it later. So as you can see, Java, Eclipse has auto created my class, but as you can see, I can type it myself. Public class. So here, one thing you need to know, that make sure that class name is same as your Java file name. It must be same, right? So that's what you must always remember. Otherwise, you might run into error. For example, let me give it another name. See, Eclipse is telling me the error. So you have to watch out for that. Okay. So as I told you, now we need to define our main function, right? That's where execution will begin. We begin with public static void main string. So that's so as you see, the whole body of the class is enclosed in these braces, right? That indicates that's our class begins, and that indicates where our class ends, right? So here we're gonna print. Let's try printing some stuff. So for printing, you can use several functions, right? What I'm gonna use for now is system.out.println, and then in double quotation I'm gonna write text, for example, hello world. Oops, I think that should be okay. Okay, so let me give an explanation of few things which as you can see, public means that its member can be accessed outside of the class. You don't need to bother with this concept, just write it as it is for now. Same for class. These are keywords. These are both keywords. They are special words predefined in the Java, so they each have a purpose. So we will learn more about this later. So this is the body of the class. Now, as you can see, I have defined my function. Public means the same, that it can be accessed anywhere. Static means that this function can be accessed without creating an object. So that's also a new concept. You don't need to bother with this. Just write all your functions with public static for now. So void indicates that it returns nothing. We will learn more about all these things in when we learn about methods. So as you know, methods and functions, it's the same thing. So main, that's where the execution of your program begins. That's where your program starts. And these are some arguments. Uh, just write this whole thing as it is for now. So because it's very important, who will learn about more about this. This is the main method. That's where our control will come when we begin our program. So let's try running this program. To run, simply click this run. So as you can see that this is the output, hello world. It's printing hello world, right? So for printing, you can also use another function. It's called system.out.print, right? So let's try this. So for now, you may know the difference between them, but let me show you. Let's try printing multiple statements. So we are gonna use both functions to demonstrate what's going on. Okay, so that's dealt with. So as you can see, we are first printing these two by using println. Then we are printing the next ones with using the print one. Okay, let's try running it. Okay, so you can see an output, but it might be confusing, but let me explain it to you. So what the println function does, it prints that whatever you give it. For example, here we are giving it a string, right? Anything written in double quotation is a string. It is printed as it is, as you can see right here. So println will do first. It will print the whole thing, right? It will print hello world. Then it will insert a new line, right? A new line will be inserted, and then it will start printing the next whatever we want to print. That is car. You see, car is printed, and after printing this car, it will again insert a new line, right? Then it will print Java. But after printing Java, it will not insert a new line. That's very important because often you need to deal with these situations. So print function doesn't insert a new line. As you can see, after printing Java, we are printing program, right? And you can see they are both getting printed on the same line. So what it does, println after printing its contents, it inserts a new line, right? And print doesn't insert a new line. So let's make this println. It won't affect this program, but after printing program, it has inserted a new line, but we can't just see it. So that's what it does. It has inserted a new line after printing this. So these are the two basic functions which you will be using for printing different stuff. So you can experiment more. You can remove these spaces like this, and as you can see now, this is getting printed. You can remove. You can print the whole text on a single line too by using all print functions. And as you can see, the whole text is getting printed, and after program a new line is being inserted which can be checked. You have to experiment yourself to find more about these. So in Java, every statement ends with a semicolon, right? Semicolon is a statement terminator. It tells the compiler that here my statement is ending. So moving on to comments, you can add comments anywhere in your program. For example, let's add a comment here. You know what, let's add it here. So I'm gonna comment that this is the main function, right? You can add any comment. This is a single line comment. I can add them here too. Let's add them here. Prints hello world. So as you can see, comments can be added anywhere. Similarly, I can add multi-line comments like this. So as you can see, I added a multi-line comment. So this is my first program. You can add more to it, like just add random text for now. So that's some multi-line comments. You see, this is limited to a single line, and uh, this is enclosed in these, right? Enclosed in these symbols. So if I run my program, as you can see, it's giving me the same output. So comments aren't affecting it anyway. So that's it for today. Thank you.